Hey, Purple. Hey, Ohio. I was so glad you were on this morning and didn't have to tune into Kristen. Thank you for the raid, Susie. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to do a giveaway. Like all my giveaways, usually, I don't know what it's going to be. Probably some postcards, an ephemera, some photos, something like that. So, getting a giveaway. For a few minutes here, take a look down through my pre-listed stuff or in my buy now. Feel free to make offers. I don't have much listed. Uh, I was a fill-in and I didn't have too much time. So I got some things in there for the auctions. And I'll run those. And if I run out of time, I will make up some little junk drawer lots here. Um, just pull some stuff out of my big junk box. Thanks for the follow, guys. Hey, Chip and Sissy. If you guys aren't following Chip and Sissy, they do ephemera shows on the weekends, and you really should follow them. They don't come on here very much. It's just once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks on Saturdays. If you've never been to my shows before, my name is Josh. I have the website beforetimes.shop. I sell old crap. Uh, all the stuff on my website is different than the stuff I have on Whatnot. Thank you, Bobby, Dazzle, and Rag and Ribbon for hosting this train. So, getting a giveaway. And if you haven't filled out a nomination form for the Bish's Naughty Awards yet, go to the suburbanbish.com at some point. Thanks, Purple. And fill out the nomination form. And if you've never heard of the Naughty Awards, this is the second annual one. They did one last year, the Bish family. Their real name isn't really Bish, but they're Bishes, so they call themselves Bishes on here, I guess. But you can nominate your favorite sellers in a whole bunch of different categories, a lot of crafting and ephemera and antique categories, and some games and other various categories. And then next month, the nominations are published, and she announces them on an award show uh, or a nomination show. And then she releases the ballot, and everybody can vote. Good job, Ohio. You nominated yourself. Oh, my. Rag and Ribbon has been nominated numerous times in different categories, and she is gonna just make a clean sweep of all the awards. But in your free time, do that. You can nominate yourself if you want. It's anonymous. You got to put in your email address. You can nominate once per email address. The same with the voting when it opens. But I think the nominations are open until the end of the month, and the voting starts next month, I believe. Hey, Lori. All right, I'm gonna start running stuff. I'm just gonna get down my list. I didn't see any pre-bids before I started. So I'm just getting down my list. There are little lots of stuff. And for a lot of these lots, it's probably easier if you just click down there at the listing and see the picture, because there are a bunch of little things and it's kind of hard to show. But a whole bunch of milk bottle caps, new old stock. Some of them are orange drink, I think. Some chocolate milk ones there. think most of them are from Pennsylvania and Western New York, but you get all of them. So those are running. Thanks to the bid, Nina. And start shoving them back in that bag while it's running. I will be selling ephemera tomorrow. I have it scheduled for 5 and may start a little bit earlier depending on what I'm doing. I usually do ephemera on Wednesdays, and then I raid into Cats Dance Mom. Thank you, Ann. Those are yours. And I usually sell on Sunday mornings at 10 as well. The next thing is going to be a bag of marbles. This is a big, well, not a big bag. It's a snack size bag, a little bit smaller than a regular sandwich baggie. But just random estate marbles, some slag ones in there. There's a shooter. There's a jadeite colored swirl shooter. So you get the whole bag. And that one's running. And I'm going to rate out to Gypsy Kim at 6:30. Good deal, Mina. Thank you. And that was probably over a pound of marbles. And the next item is going to be pin bats. I will be having a big show on Thanksgiving. I'm not going to dump these out. Click on the picture if you're interested in pinbacks. It's going to be just hard to show them. There's over 40 of them in there. Lots of there's some unused tab backs, some political ones, all sorts of different ones. You get the whole pile that's pictured. You can see them all in the photos. And that one's running. So if you're bored on Thanksgiving, or if you don't like your family, or you don't have family, and you want to look at old stuff all day and watch me get irate, um, bookmark my Thanksgiving show. That's what happens, Butterfly. It does. Thanks, Mia. Last year's Thanksgiving show was like 13 hours or something. Bishy stuck it out the whole show last year. The Suburban Bish, who's my mod there. I put all the stuff that I did. Well, feel free to join me as I boycott Thanksgiving too. All the auctions throughout the year, I anything that doesn't sell and doesn't get bids, I stick in there, and then I lower the starting bid to a buck on everything. A couple weeks before the show starts, and there's usually some pretty decent stuff in there. That's right. Ohio got red texted because she said, "Come and get some great deals and listen to him bitch about it constantly." So these are unused. I don't know how old they are. I found them in a state. I don't think they're ancient. Well, the agate's old, but somebody put settings on them, and these ones are dyed and stained agate, but they're necklace pendants, and those are running. Get the whole handful. Neat little agate slabs. Thank you, Purple. Purple, do you do something cool with those, or what do you do with those? Make jewelry out of them. Do you have any of it listed that I can look at? I know you bought some before. Oh, that's right. I gotta look at that sometime. Bishy told me you do that. All right, I'm not gonna take these out either. These are a whole bunch of spindle adapters. There's at least 40 of them. Is everyone here over 40? What? You don't have to tell me your age. I wasn't. It was a rhetorical question. I didn't really expect them to answer, Bishy. Well, if you want them in those agate slabs to see them in earrings, check out Purple Turtle store in a few weeks. A whole bunch of different ones. These are spindle adapters. They go inside of 45 records. If you're not over 40, you probably don't know what they are. And you probably don't know what 45s are either. But you get all of them. All that are pictured in that picture down below. And that's running. You can make earrings out of them. There's enough you can make a bracelet or something. I don't know. Some metal ones, the plastic ones. And those will go in the Thanksgiving show since nobody wants them. You got some Cracker Jack prizes. These are all about like 1940s or something. And again, it's easier to see if you look at the picture below. There's the Cracker Jack boy selling Cracker Jacks. And he's swirled pink. The rest are all animals. You got those two little goofy birds. You see a white dude? Okay, yes, there's a white dude. A bear that's drinking out of a cup. And those are running. When I was little and got Cracker Jacks, I always wanted the little dexterity games. I still have not seen Cocaine Bear yet, Ohio. And I keep forgetting to do it to watch it when Butterfly leaves for the weekend. I think she's going to babysit on Halloween. I'll have to watch Cocaine Bear while she's gone. She will not watch it with me. Get all 16 of them. Hey, Junk. Has anybody here seen Cocaine Bear? If you could provide a good review, maybe Butterfly would be convinced to watch it with me. Thank you, Deb. All right, we got some more agate. These are like pendants. They've got holes drilled in them and they're polished. What is my? It was crazy. Well, crazy could be good. That's a crazy is an adjective that could be positive. Hey, Ghost, did you see Cocaine Bear? You get all these. They're all pictured. I'm gonna run them while I'm showing them. They're all polished agate that they dyed, stained to give them little pretty colors. And that is Go Faster. Thank you, Mechanical. Oh, look at that. They updated the app. Now, when somebody's payment succeeds, it scrolls across the screen instead of just popping up. It scrolls like a 1990s website. That's cool. Chip and Sissy have a show Saturday. And if you anytime anybody's ever at one of my shows, if you're a seller, feel free to advertise your shows. So these are all printer's blocks. There's letters, there's a shape of something, but it's an assortment. Get the whole bag full. That is running. Kind of hard to see what they are. It'd be a surprise. Here you go, Bat Mom. Harvest those bookmarks and reschedule. Most people are goldfish. They won't remember that you canceled anyway. Ridley's mommy sells jewelry and other vintage items. Thank you, Down South Picker. Take a look at the picture of these that I just pinned, because I'm not going to pull these out either. Kind of a pain in the butt to get back in. Hey, Pick, have you seen Cocaine Bear? Somebody had to have seen it. So does Butterfly. If you look at the picture, there's some neat ones in there. There's some gas and oil ones. There's a Kendall one. I think there's some brewery ones. If you look at the picture, you can see it better. I'm not taking them out. It's running. Get the whole bag. All vintage matchbooks. Most of them still have the matches in them. If they haven't watched it, they can't. It might be the best movie they've ever seen. I don't even know if the bear is the protagonist or the antagonist. I have no idea. I just know he gets into some cocaine. Hey, Frugal. All right, I'm not gonna show these in great depth and detail either. There's a whole handful of advertising beer bottle openers. I'm running it. Old Nut Brown Ale. There's an old Pabst. Black Label, Kohler, another Kohler, Fred Coke, Genesee. There's a 7-Up one. Whoops. Victor Brewing. Some of these are pretty old. Topper and whatever that one was. Schmitz. You get all of them. Thank you, Sassafras Jewels. And the next slot is Skeleton Keys. Check my pre-bids. Get all the Skeleton Keys. Yeah, I'm just going in order unless I run out of time. Couple barrel keys there, few skeleton keys. You get them all, and that is running. Hey, Kristen. Kristen's here. Hey, everybody say hi to Kristen. I'm gonna look and see which one you bid on, Batmom, and I'm just gonna skip it. Thank you, Leanne. That Jojo, that's a debatable topic there. That I don't have time to debate because it's a raid train. Not showing these either. Uh, like Requiem Salvage, she always runs hers last. Keys, they're all laid out in that photo down below. Saw some Ford keys in there. I won't skip the pre-bids. If I run out of time, I just run them for 5 seconds sudden death and then piss everybody off. It's a lot of fun. And Ohio swoops in and buys all the stuff real cheap because she's good at sudden death. All right, look at the picture. Most of all these lots, you can look at the pictures better than I can show them. It's the lot that's pictured of all those Wades. There's 8 of them. And that is running. That's one of the problems with trainings. Nobody pre-bids. Of course, you didn't have much time to pre-bid this time because I just listed this stuff this morning because I was filling. 20 minutes to piss people off, as she says. Any sports cards? Bomb diggity. I have probably sports cards somewhere, but I can't pull them out because I'm already getting yelled at for not running fast enough here. And I've got a raid out in 21 minutes. All right, 6CX. A lot of assorted coins. I think they're all foreign. No cards I put. Again, looking at the pictures is easier. I'm gonna say this one's probably silver. I don't know about any of the other ones, but they're all foreign. They're all pictured down below. I almost did some Pokemon. Those are running. You get all those coins. No, Kristen, I sold my grape squishy that I had listed. Thank you, Bat Mom. It adds up quicker to nothing now, though. Pick because it was like $50 an ounce the other day. Boy, Adam would like to see Butterfly's collection if he does foreign coins too. All right, same deal. Looking at the picture is probably easier than looking at me trying to show all these. Glass vials, some of them are empty, some of them have watch parts. Cork tops, except that one, somebody shoved some paper in the top of it. Butterfly is not purging her foreign coins. Oh yeah, that's cool. Did they get any good ones? Thank you, Ridley's mommy. You're getting all those buttons. It's running. All the cards are full. Various ages, various styles. Thank you, Leanne. Kept them quiet. Butterfly saved stamps. I think she was going to try to get her granddaughter into that. All right, all the postcards are pictured down below. These are all early 1900s, I believe. 1910. Let's see a postmark on that one. So I'm going to run them. It's running. You get all of them that were pictured. They're all kind of just pretty greeting. Maybe some, that one's handmade. Drawn on. Thank you, Deb. The last ones will be a surprise if you didn't look at the picture. How many do I have to average a minute to make it fishy? I'm not gonna take these out either. Just a whole bunch of cufflinks. I found them all together in an old jewelry box uh, for crafting or whatever. There's probably matches in there, but they're all pictured down below. Thank you, Deb. Oh, that's what I like to hear, Kristen. Seems like that took a while to get there. All right, these are Estate 35 millimeter slides. Obviously, I'm not going to have time to share them. You get that many of them. I don't know what's on them. Hopefully something interesting if you buy them. Or you can just dismember them and use the frames for crafting. Did it have stuff saved on it, Kristen? Thank you, Mina. All right, this baggie of jewelry. There's wearable jewelry in here. I don't think there's anything fascinating or super valuable, but good for crafting, or I don't know, maybe you'd find something you want to wear. There's some neat lucite earrings that have like gold flecks in them. And both of those are there. And that's running. Hey, Kristen, you'll have to ask him if he's interested in a bootleg Emerald Pokemon game. Thank you, Leanne. It's illegal to sell it. All right, look at the picture of this one if you're interested in these lots. Well, nothing military today. I've only got 12 minutes left. It's a raid train, junk drawer stuff, and I don't have any military stuff. You'd smash it with him. And that is running. I thought maybe he might want to play it. I think the real ones are worth several $100s. Oh, he doesn't like Pokemon. That's why he smashed it. I've never played Pokemon. 6FJ is Thimbles. And again, look at the picture. It's easier to show or to look at it in the pictures than it is for me to show you. Those are running. There's a couple porcelain ones. And the rest are plastic or metal. And there's some advertising ones there. I think that one's a Miller High Life and the yellow one. It's a little bit worn on the advertising for Miller High Life, but thanks, Deb. Oh, there we go. 10 minutes left. Let's get all these doilies. I am fairly certain that the person that made them died long ago. I just throw them in a box when I get them from the States. And you're getting all of them. And those are running. Thanks for the follow, Kara. That one's stained. There might be a couple that have some stains. You can destroy them and make something beautiful out of them, though. It's a whole pile. Yeah, lots of people follow me and then they just unfollow me later after they realize what they've done. This is cool. Um, I mean, as cool as I can think they are. I'm guessing these are probably from the 20s or before. Hunoid buttons on the original card. And that is running. It is huge. And it's old. Bat Mom, holy hell, that was a good deal. Good deal, Bat Mom. Bat Mom, similar ones of those sold for around $30 on Worth Point. I looked them up just to make sure they weren't worth hundreds. I'm not taking these out either. These are all wooden spools. Oh man, that one looks like, no, it is wood. They're all wood. And they've got thread on them. All sorts of various sizes and colors. We got 8 minutes and then we're going to raid out to Gypsy Kim. Thank you, Deb. No, those weren't the versions. Those were from my Sunday that nobody requested them on Sunday. All right, 9AL. I'm not going to show all these either. These are pretty nice. If you like shabby, weathered old blocks, click on the photo real quick so you can get a better idea of what they look like. I'll wait. Rather than show everyone. These are probably, I don't know, over 80 years old. I know the guy that had them as a child, and I don't know if they were new when he had them, but he's that old. So he didn't play with them anymore. So I'm going to run it. You get all 29 of them. He chewed on some of them. Some of them he didn't. Like he liked this one. This one must have tasted better than the other ones. I don't know. Something chewed on. Thank you, Mina. There, Bishy. I did it with 5 minutes to spare. Four minutes. I'm gonna run the giveaway, and then I'm gonna make a pile of junk. So get in the giveaway. It'll be some free stuff. You want me to rant? I'm gonna make a pile. It's running down there. Oh, I made it $5. I'm gonna have to make it a good pile. So you guys will bid $5. So you get those end caps for cheese boxes, some Coke matches. Oh, look at these adorable little, those are matchbooks. And these are the ends that go on a cheese box. There's no sides or bottoms. There's a couple little tin tea set teacups. There is a rubber stamp, little boat shaped pencil sharpener, an adorable little tin litho teapot without a lid. Four Roses whiskey advertising horror. One of those little toy magnets. And not today. I'm finishing up my slot in a raid train, and we're going to raid out here in a couple of minutes. But feel free to stay on the train and ask the next person. There's a Farfel dog. I don't know who he is. Oh, here's a Pee-wee. There's a Pee-wee. Pee-wee doll. 1960s. And did you need to meet him? Clampy T-ball thing. There's a lead cowboy and his horse. A little pocket magnifying glass. Getting a giveaway. Or don't. Little toy motorcycle. Hallmark ornament. I don't know what this is. I think Butterfly got this from a seller on here. It's got an expiration date of '08. I don't know. It's lips. I don't know why it has an expiration date. Butterfly didn't know what it was. He gave it to me, and I don't know what it is. Some sequins in a little octagonal box. It's kind of neat. Keychain. Neat little oiler. Pretty nice condition. There's a doll head. '80s Hallmark pin cushion. And advertising shoehorn. Little miniature croc. Advertising tin. I gotta read out. Stop bidding. Drawing the winner. Here's a little whistle that doesn't work. I blew in it. Here's an iWatch cup too. Congratulations, Ohio, and thank you, Leanne, for that. We're gonna read out. How late am I? Can't do it on my phone. Thank you, Rag and Ribbon, and thank you, Bishy, for modding. I gotta do this on my computer. Sorry. Thanks, everybody. Well, here we go. We're going to see Gypsy Kim.